Hey guys, so today's video is going to be an eyebrow tutorial. I used the brow wiz on this side and the dip brow on this side, and then I kind of evened them both out with the dip brow just so I didn't have to walk around looking crazy today. But that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you two different styles. I've been doing something a little more natural with the brow wiz and then something a little more bold with the dip brow. So I wanted to show you both looks. That way if you want to go with something a little less bold, you have the option. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do my eyebrows, then just keep watching. So for a little more of a natural brow, I'm going to use the Brow Wiz in Caramel, and this one has a nice detailing thin pencil on one side and then a spoolie on the other for blending. I'm just going to start on the bottom of my brow, right where the last little hairs are growing, like that last little row, and do short little flicking motions. This is going to make them look more hair-like rather than they're just drawn on. And so you can see that I'm blending away any little markings that I don't want there. These are really forgiving, so it's good for that if you're making any mistakes. You're going to see that I'm starting a little bit inward from the beginning of the brow. That way we don't get those harsh block brows. And honestly, I'm just following the natural shape of my brow. I have really fine, sparse hairs right there. So if you do want a thicker brow, you can totally overdraw them, but I'm just going right off my natural shape of the brow. And then I'm going to sparsely just fill in and flick the pencil, hair-like little motions to fill in the rest of the brow. I'm not really trying to make this a bold brow, so I'm not going to fill in every part of the brow. And in the beginning, you saw that I just kind of flicked upwards. I want to go in the same direction that the hair is growing. So in the beginning of my brow, my hair kind of moves upward, so that's the way I took the pencil. And then I'm just going to go back and forth, blending and adding a little bit more pencil to the areas that I need it. So this is what this side looks like. It's definitely a softer look for me and I think more natural. And then we're going to go in with the dip brow in the color Soft Brown. And this is a pomade, so it is going to be a little bolder. This is my favorite brow brush. This is the one that I was telling you guys I lost. It's by Bodyography, and on the other side it has a spoolie. I got it in my BoxyCharm and I loves it. So I'm just going to dip into the dip brow and knock off any of the excess on the side of the container and literally just mimic exactly what we did on the other side. So just doing short little strokes, short little motions so that we're getting a nice precise line right on the bottom of the brow, not creating an extra line or anything, just going right off the shape of my brow that's already there. And then we're going to go on to the top of the brow. I'm going to start a little bit inward, so not right at the beginning of the brow so that we don't create that boxy, too bold of a look. And then I'm just going to use whatever's left on my brush, and then we'll dip back into the dip brow. You never want to have too much product when it comes to this on your brush because it will look very painted on. So now I'm just going in where I have very sparse hairs on the tail of my brow, and I'm just going to fill that in and make it look more precise and more defined. And whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to move that forward to the beginning of my brow and very, very softly just fill that in again so we don't get that block brow, and then we're just going to blend it out. And that's it for the dip brow. It does take a little time to get the hang of the dip brow, but once you have the right brush and the right tension and the right technique down, you definitely will love the dip brow, especially if you like a bolder look. So, also, remember, brows are sisters, not twins, so don't kill yourself in the mirror for hours trying to make them look like twinsies. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.